So hello everyone, in this video we will talk about the preparation as well as the standardization of HCl of 0.1 molar strength. Okay, so before beginning I would like to tell you that the molar as well as the normal solutions of HCl are having the same strength, which means that instead of 0.1 m we can also say 0.1 n, because the molar as well as the normal solutions of HCl are having the same strength. Now how these are having the same strength, we have already talked in the previous video where we did the preparation and the standardization of sodium hydroxide. So there we have already discussed how the molar and the normal strengths can be the same. So if you want to know about this, you can go and check it out. So let us begin with the requirements. So the requirements, the chemicals which we need are hydrochloric acid, anhydrous sodium carbonate, methyl red or methyl orange as indicator. The glassware which we need is burette, pipette, conical flask, volumetric flask, funnel, beaker and a glass rod. And the equipment which we need is analytical balance. Okay, so these are just the basic requirements. Now let us begin with the main part, which is the preparation of 0.1 molar HCl. Okay, so in order to prepare 0.1 molar HCl, what we have to do, we have to take exactly 8.4 ml of HCl and titrate and dilute up to 1000 ml with distilled water. Okay, so this we have already known that whenever we have to prepare the molar solutions, what do? We say we take the molecular mass of our compound, and then we dissolve that much amount in 1000 ml of distilled water, and then we prepare our molar solutions. Okay, but in case of HCl, what do? We will see it's how much volume do we need in order to prepare 0.1 molar HCl. Now let us see the calculations, how exactly we got our this value, which is 8.4 ml. Okay, so here is the formula which I have written for calculating the amount of HCl which we need. This same formula will also be used when we have to prepare and standardize our sulfuric acid. Okay, so the formula is that the volume of HCl required into percentage SA of HCl is equal to the molarity of the solution which we need up into molar mass into the required volume of solution in decimeter cube upon the density of HCl. Okay, so here what we are finding is we need to find the volume of HCl which we require. So this value we need to find. So firstly let us calculate all of the rest values. Okay, so let me just erase this. So firstly, I have written the molecular weight of HCl, which is 36.5 gram per mole. I have already calculated it. How? Because for hydrogen it is 1, and that for chlorine it is 35.5. Okay, so 35.5 plus 1 is equal to 36.5 gram per mole. Okay, so here we have found the our molar mass of our HCl. This part has been complete. So now next is the density of HCl, which is 1.18 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so this thing also we have calculated. Now percentage SA is the percentage purity of any compound, and the percentage purity of HCl is 37%. It means that there are 37 gram of HCl in 1000 gram of solution. Okay, so percentage SA of HCl we know it is 37%. So this part also we have calculated. Now let us begin with the required volume. So the required volume which we need for our solution is 1000 ml, and if we convert 1000 ml into liters, it will be 1 liter, and 1 liter is equals to 1 decimeter cube. Okay, so the required volume of solution we have also calculated. Okay, these all parts we have calculated. Now comes the M is the molarity of the solution which we need, and here we need to prepare 0.1 m solution, therefore the value of M will be 0.1. Okay, so all of the values we have already calculated it. Now we will put them in the equation and finally calculate our volume of HCl. Okay, so when we will put all of these values here, you see the final calculation which will be come out will be 8.4 ml. This means that when we will dissolve 8.4 ml of HCl in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 0.1 m. Okay, so here we have taken 0.1 m molar because our requirement was to prepare a solution of 0.1 m. Instead, if we are being asked to prepare a solution of 5 m, then instead of 0.1 m, here we will take 5 m. Okay, so accordingly the calculations will be done according to our requirement. So I hope this thing is clear to you. So up to here what we have done, we have prepared a 0.1 m solution of our HCl, and the same 0.1 m solution can also be known as the 0.1 n solution of HCl, because the molar as well as the normal solutions of HCl are having the same strength. Now let us begin with the next part, which is the standardization of HCl 0.1 m. So firstly let me read out the principle. So it says that known strength of sodium carbonate is titrated directly with hydrochloric acid. Endpoint can be detected by using methyl orange or methyl red as an indicator. So known strength of sodium carbonate means that we know what is the concentration of sodium carbonate, which means that we will know either whether it is 0.1 m or 0.2 m, like that. Okay, known concentration means that we know the strength of the solution. So here I've written the chemical equation for this titration. This is sodium carbonate will react with HCl, and this all products will be formed. Okay, so now let us begin with the methodology for this titration. This is just the general principle for our titration which we are going to carry out. So if you want to understand better what exactly standardization is, you can go and check out my other video for it. Here I'm not going to explain in detail what do we do in that, therefore I'm directly beginning with the methodology. Okay, so now let us start. So we have to weigh accurately about 0.3 grams of anhydrous sodium carbonate and then transfer it in a conical flask, and then we have to add 20 ml of distilled water and shake well, and then add 2 drops of our indicator, which is either methyl red or methyl orange, and then we have to fill the burette with 0.1 m solution of HCl. This is the same solution which we have already prepared just a few minutes ago. Okay, then we have to start the titration with HCl until the endpoint is reached, which is indicated by the appearance of permanent pink color. Okay, this is the endpoint. Now this is just the basic steps of our titration. Let us now begin with the calculations of this titration. Okay, so the formula for calculating the actual molarity of HCl I have written over here, which is the W into Rm upon V into N. This is the same formula which we used in our previous video for calculating the molarity of sodium hydroxide. Okay, this is the same formula. In that video also I have explained how do we, okay, let me just read out first the here W stands for weight of primary standard, which is sodium carbonate in grams. E is the equivalent weight of primary standard. Rm is the required molarity, which is 0.1 m. We need to prepare a solution of 0.1 m, and then V is the volume of HCl used. This we can calculate from the burette reading in the titration. This also we know, which is the required molarity. Weight of primary standard we can calculate. Now the main thing over here is the E, which is the equivalent factor of primary standard. Okay, so here again I will explain what is equivalent factor. So equivalent factor is the grams of our primary standard that will react with 1 ml of HCl. Okay, what I'm saying is, let me just erase it. The main thing which we need to know over here is E, because rest of the values we can easily calculate. So E is the equivalent factor of our primary standard. Okay, this means that the grams of sodium carbonate that will react with 1 ml of HCl is the equivalent factor of our sodium carbonate. Okay, this which is our primary standard, whose strength we already know. So in order to know how many grams of sodium carbonate will react with 1 ml of HCl, we must firstly know how many grams of sodium carbonate are present in 1 ml of in 1 ml of sodium carbonate. Okay, so this is what we are going to calculate in our equivalent factor. So here I've written all the calculations for calculating the equivalent factor. So whenever we have to calculate the equivalent factor, the very first thing which we see is the molecular weight of our sample. So the molecular weight of sodium carbonate I have already calculated, which comes out to be 105.988 gram per mole. So it means that there are these many grams of sodium carbonate. If we dissolve in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 1 m, which means 1 molar. So instead of 1000 ml, if we want a solution of just 1 ml, then what we will do, we will divide this by 1000. Alright, so this much will be the amount of sodium carbonate in 1 ml of 1 m solution. So instead of 1 m solution, if we want 0.1 m solution, okay, so again we will divide this by 10. So this will be the value of our sodium carbonate. This means that these many grams of sodium carbonate are present in 1 ml of 0.1 m solution. So if one, over here, let me just erase it. So it means that 1 ml of sodium carbonate consists of these many grams of sodium carbonate. Okay, so just now I said that equivalent factor is the grams of our sodium carbonate that will react with 1 ml of HCl. Okay, so if 1 ml of sodium carbonate, if 1 ml of sodium carbonate, I am writing S, will react with 1 ml of HCl, okay, and 1 ml of sodium carbonate are having these many grams, it means these many grams of sodium carbonate will react with 1 ml of HCl. So this is the equivalent factor of our sodium carbonate. Okay, so the equivalent factor of sodium carbonate for 0.1 m HCl is this, which means that these many grams of sodium carbonate will react with the 1 ml of HCl with whose strength is 0.1 m. So I hope this thing is clear to you, because this one is a very much important concept and it will be used in all of our it will also be used further when we will do the estimation of compounds. So I hope over here the things are clear to you. So if you want to take a screenshot, I can erase the things. Okay, this thing you don't have to do. So I hope you like the video, and if you do, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much.